25%. Very good.
Panelists. Megan Hansen, here, marvellous. She's representing energy. Megan is 15, she goes to school in Portsmouth. She's extremely passionate about protecting our environment. In her words, it's the only one we've got. NERYS Pickup is 15, she's representing transport. She's at George Pinder School in Scarborough. She attended, gosh, I went to Scarborough Tech. How about that? I think I got my A-levels there. Yeah. NERYS is 15, she attends George Pinder School in Scarborough. She entered this competition because she would like to see more people thinking about ways to improve their way of travelling in a more eco-friendly way, also to show people there are better and smarter ways and more eco-friendly ways, and in the long term, a cheaper, cleaner, carbon-free way. Noella Osborne is representing food. Amazingly, she too is 15. She lives in the Cotswolds. She attends Thomas Keble Secondary School in Gloucestershire. She entered this competition because she feels she's got a lot of things to say. And I can say I've heard quite a few of them already. She and I have been having a good chat. She entered it because she feels she's got a lot to say and many ideas to present on the topic of making Britain a greener place. This being the perfect opportunity to do so and to influence and get feedback from you, our audience. And last but very far from least, Findlay Wild, representing nature. Findlay is the baby of the bunch. He's 13. He lives in a small rural village in Cheshire. He attends the county high school Leftwich, and he describes himself as a young conservationist and ornithologist. He entered the Young Green Britain competition because he wants to make sure the voice of his generation is heard. Again, in his words, everything we eat and drink, everything we have in our homes, everything we use to travel around involves taking something from the natural world. So he wants to turn the tables and make sure we start giving back more to nature than we are taking. We need to be thinking 500 years ahead, he said. Now, NERYS, you're 15 and you're attending that school in Scarborough. But I also know that even though there are hills in Scarborough, your dad perfectly happily drives an electric car, and he's also a big fan of Robert, who also drives an electric car. So we've got a lot of electric cars around here, and you're going to talk to us about transport.
We can improve sustainable transport by educating people. But the impact of burning fossil fuels is that it gives off unwanted byproducts known as carbon emissions. It's known to have a great impact on our environment. Burning fossil fuels is one of the many causes of global warming. If we keep going like this, we'll be facing serious consequences in the near future. Also, burning fossil fuels is non-renewable, and in years to come we'll be facing an energy crisis if we continue to use it unnecessarily. Firstly, we need to start educating people about electric vehicles and teaching the benefits of driving and powering electric-powered vehicles. Also, different ways these electric vehicles could be powered. These EVs and hybrid vehicles can be charged by hydrogen, wind, solar, wave energy that could turn into electric energy. The difference with oil burning vehicles is we only have one source of energy, which we use so much unnecessary fossil fuel energy. To get more fossil fuel energy, we have to go through extracting it, refining it, sorting it, transporting it, then sorting it again. Then finally burning the oil in our inefficient fossil polluting vehicles. At least with electric transport, we can produce several types of renewable energy sources for all our transportation needs, and we don't need to transport the majority of the renewable energy as we do for our fossil fuels. To make this successful, we need to start by educating young to old people and try to change their mindset to show them that there is a better, brighter way, also more cost-effective way of travelling. As you may know, me and my dad have a YouTube channel all about EV and hybrids. Our aim is to show other people there is a better way of travelling. The reason my dad chose a hybrid vehicle over EVs is that where we live, there's not a single recharger in our area to support electric transportation. Hint, hint, ECOTRICITY. What I would like to see, an ambitious roadmap to 100% renewable or at least carbon emission-free United Kingdom. What we need is a radical new way of thinking what an electric vehicle might look like, rather than simply replacing the drivetrain in the car that is designed for fossil fuel vehicles. We also need our towns and cities to run on sustainable renewable energy and efficient buses. We need to start doing this now or become more efficient and a cleaner society and less heavily dependent on fossil fuels, and leaving a cleaner, carbon-free footprint for the next generations to come. Do any of you own a hybrid vehicle or electric vehicles?
The one at the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 300.
Some of us don't own any. Bicycles.
Yeah,
Bicycles.
I've got a question for you, Robert. How do you work out the miles per gallon?
I don't know if that's on. Is that on? Oh, good. The equivalent of miles per gallon, the nearest I think that I've come across is watt hours per mile or watt hours per kilometre. So you can, and some cars will tell you exactly how many watt hours a mile you're doing. And obviously the lower the watt hours per mile, the more efficient it is, so it's more like a very high MPG. So it takes some getting used to. Not all cars tell you that, and you have to do this thing called mathematics to work it out, and that is way, way beyond me. So I give friends lists of numbers that I've recorded, and they tell me how many watt hours a mile you do, because that's how you measure it.
Thank you.
Could we ask Megan's mentor a question? Because it came up in the adult session yesterday. You were very relaxed when I said one of the problems is there's no PowerPoints. You know, I said it's okay, you know, and we're almost fully connected from John O'Groats to Land's End, but you've missed out Scarborough.
Yeah.
A whole town without no charging point.
My bad. What we did, we focused on the motorways first, and we started about 4 years ago when there were no main road chargers in Britain. By the end of this year, we'll have done every motorway service station in Britain, but our logic is just that that's where electric cars need them the most, to take long journeys, and most people that have an electric car can charge up at home, it was just a question of where we went first, so we went to the motorways. We're extending down the A roads, we've done some airports as well, and other key locations, and I'm sure we'll get to Scarborough, it'll only be a matter of when.
How do you charge it? I mean, he just has to put a wire over the gate, through the front door.
Don't charge
You
it.
use like a plug-in vehicle, like if you have, like Robert has either Nissan
Leaf.
Leaf or a Tesla.